YouTube, it's Mama Dawn, hair a mess, in pajama pants, and it is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And I thought that I was going to prep yesterday, but then I got super overwhelmed with work stuff, so we are prepping 100% of my Thanksgiving stuff today. Usually I do this over a 2-day process. Today it's going to be a 1-day process, and we're going to try to knock everything out to where tomorrow on Thanksgiving I can just relax, put food in the oven as I need to, and not worry about cooking and prepping 100 different meals. If you didn't watch my Thanksgiving grocery haul, I got all of my Thanksgiving groceries for $56, and I'm doing mostly just instant, easy things, and I'm trying to make this as stress-free and as cheap of a Thanksgiving as possible. And it's just going to be Thanksgiving for my daughter and I because we are quarantining because of the pandemic. So we are just chilling in our apartment. We're going to have a nice little super relaxed Thanksgiving lunch tomorrow, but I want it prepped today. So I thought I'd just bring you guys along with me as I do that. Start to get motivated because I've drank my coffee, I'm feeling a little bit of energy, but I just need to like knock something out of the way. We're just gonna make our jello. Okay guys, I'm not even entirely sure why I am trying to talk you through how to make jello. Just follow the directions on the box. Pouring the mixture into the box, adding in some boiling water, stirring it as best I can, trying to scrape the gelatin off the sides so it doesn't stick, because that always happens when you pour in the hot water. Then here in a second, I'm going to pour in the cold water, again, stir it really, really well, stick it in the fridge, let it solidify and become jello. Now I'm going to move on and I'm going to make the pie crust because I am making both my pecan pie and my pumpkin pie from scratch. So we're just going to go ahead, knock the crust out so I can get it in the fridge and get it chilling. Okay guys, so I pretty much guesstimate all of my measurements. So I think I'm doing about 2 cups of flour, a little pinch of salt, and then probably a half a cup of Crisco. And then I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to mash the Crisco into the flour. It's going to become kind of crumbly. My goal is to make little bits of Crisco completely covered in flour. It's going to turn to like a crumble almost with the flour. Just like that. Yeah, it'll change in consistency. And then I'm going to add in, I'm guessing about 1/4 cup of water, maybe a half a cup of water, add it in slowly. And then I'm going to mix it up and it's going to become a dough, like so. Then I'm going to take the doughs and I'm going to roll them into balls, put them in that Tupperware container in the back there, and then place them in the fridge for an hour or 2 to harden up. Okay, while the crust is chilling in the fridge, I'm going to go ahead and prep a few of my casseroles. So all of these casseroles I just make ahead of time and then I put them in the fridge so I can pull them out Thanksgiving Day, just pop them in the oven. We're going to start with a super easy green bean casserole. Okay, so this is super easy. I'm just going to take 2 cans of green beans, 2 cans of Campbell's mushroom soup, and mix those 2 ingredients together. Some people add in milk or pepper. I don't really like either of those things, so I don't add either in. Mix them in, then kind of flatten out the casserole on top to create kind of a smooth surface. And then I'm going to take those French fried onions and sprinkle them on top for a nice like salty, crunchy topping. Then I can just place it in the fridge and it'll be the green bean casserole's done. We're gonna move on to scalloped corn, which is a little bit more work, but again, can be popped in the fridge, put in the oven tomorrow. Okay, so this is probably my most time-consuming casserole. I'm taking a half a stick of butter and I'm just gonna go melt it and then set it to the side. And then I am cracking 4 eggs. I am letting Charlotte help with the eggs, and this is gonna be kind of a long video because she was so cute helping me that I wanted to record the entire thing. Now I'm adding in just a little 8-ounce container of sour cream, like the small sour cream containers, pouring the whole container in, and then I'm going to mix it together and stick my hands up by the camera. Actually, I think I just had 2 eggs. Oh my gosh, I don't know if it's 2 eggs or 4 eggs. Probably should look up your recipe and not just follow me. Then I'm going to take the melted butter and mix it into the sour cream mixture and egg mixture, but I'm going to want to do that while stirring, otherwise it kind of starts to like cook the eggs in the sour cream, so not a good thing. Pour it in while you're stirring the mixture. Trying to get Charlotte to stir the mixture, but she's not going to help me. Oh, there she goes. She's like, oh yes, I will help. Look at her, she's so good at that. Now I'm going to take a can of just normal corn kernels and then also cream of corn. So 1 can of each of those things and pour them in. So I don't know why it's taking me so long to pour this in. Probably because I'm sitting there admiring my daughter being a beautiful little cook. You see on her face how distraught she is that she can't get the mixture off the spoon. Adding in the can of corn kernels, mixing those in. And then I'm going to try to add in the cream of corn. Charlotte has now disappeared, obviously, as most 2-year-olds do. She got bored of that after 15 seconds. And then I'm adding in the Jiffy cornbread mix, which is what makes it so good. It really is the ingredient that pulls it all together. Love this scalloped corn. It's the only scalloped corn I like. And then I'm going to take Crisco and wipe the sides of just a casserole dish so it doesn't stick. And then pour my scalloped corn mixture into, and Charlotte's going to scream over me, into the casserole dish. And then I can just take this mixture, put it in the fridge, and save it for tomorrow to cook. Now I want to go ahead and make my mac and cheese, which again is a little bit more of a process. This is homemade mac and cheese, super easy. Okay, so this is absolutely one of my favorites. You're just going to bring water to a boil, dump in a whole box of any kind of noodles you want to use. Bring them to a boil, drain them, you know how to cook noodles, right? And then I'm going to melt about half a stick of butter and then add in, I'm guessing like 1/8 a cup of flour. I'm so sorry, these estimates are terrible. Then I'm going to make a roux, basically stir the flour into the melted butter till it looks like this. And then I'm adding in, oh my gosh, I guess like 5 cups of milk. Any kind of milk works, but whole milk probably tastes the best. Bring it to a boil. Then I add in some American cheese and cheddar cheese. You can use any kind of cheese you like, but I think that sharp cheddar and American cheese is what tastes best to me. And then I'm going to mix those in and continue mixing them over low heat until they're going to turn into this nice, gooey, smooth, cheesy mixture. And then I will pull that off the oven and go over, put my noodles in the casserole dish. And then pour my nice cheesy mixture over the noodles and slowly mix that in to where the noodles are completely covered. I am probably going to end this video here soon because it's just getting kind of long. But I'm going to go ahead, flatten out the noodle mixture to make it a nice flat surface, and then sprinkle cheddar cheese over the top and then Parmesan cheese over that, and then it is ready to go in the fridge. And I'm going to go ahead in this video, edit it, get it published, and then finish up prepping my Thanksgiving Day items with a second video. So come back a little later today to see those. I'll see you in the next one, guys.